are not all that encouraging. You know, as a business person, you have to think about reinvesting your capital into a different thing. So what is happening, we would not entirely blame it on e-levy. There could be other factors where some of our members are dropping out of the business. It could also happen that maybe they want to invest somewhere else. Maybe it's because of the security issues that pertain to our business. It could also happen to people having to migrate from one place to the other, and I mean, because of resettlement challenges, they will have to hold on for some time. So we will say that about 90% could be the cause of the implementation of the e-levy, but we will not say entirely it's as a result of the e-levy. That is why we are seeing some of, the drops in the number of agents.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about how you were equipped with training and briefings from the Ghana Revenue Authority. How ready were your members for the rollout come May 1? That was a month ago. How?
I must be frank that, we were handicapped with information. The whole thing is like we were only leveraging on information flying on the media outlets. We couldn't really engage our people so much to disseminate further communication or education regarding the whole e-levy to our members. There has been so much pressure on us that we have to hold various virtual engagement, but we couldn't, even cover up to 50% of those engagements before the implementation. And so prior to the implementation, we came out that, we are not really prepared with the whole thing, because we need to be armed with information so that when these consumers come to us, we'll be able to better explain the whole e-levy policy properly to them. But because we ourselves, we don't have much understanding of the whole thing, it has also muddied, the whole process. Someone will visit an agent point and will be asking the agent that if I'm putting out an amount of 1,000 cedis, how much e-levy will I be paying? And the agent will also say we have to work maybe 1.5% on the 900 Ghana cedis. So the situation has been somehow messy, but as we speak now, things are a little bit coming down. We are continuing to engage several, virtual engagement. We are hoping that very soon we will be in a better position to actually engage in more of a local education on the whole e-levy.
Okay, you stay on the line. I want to get back to Isaac and just ask the question from the point of view of GRA. So, what kind of training are you? How do you equip our people, the operators, to get ready for this implementation? And what's going on right now as far as training is concerned?
Our earlier engagement had been through what we call stakeholder engagement. So when they reached out to us, we saw to it that we could meet with them together with the Ministry of Finance. So
you didn't reach out to them? You waited for them to reach out to you?
We couldn't reach out to everybody. So some we couldn't reach out to.
Okay.
So I believe.
But the operators are they a defined group, aren't they?
As I said, we have met them.
Okay.
Which is very good that we've met them. As I speak, we've already met them. If we haven't met them, then we would have a challenge. But we have met them.
Okay.
Yes. And together we are fashioning out some of the way that we could or implement the law successfully. We've been talking to him even concerning how the agents will comply with another provision of the law that says that if you have to enjoy the exemption, because currently they enjoy an exemption where transfers they make among themselves is not attracting the e-levy. It is because the law has given them that kind of exemption.
Okay.
And to be able to enjoy it, there are some obligations that they have to do, which together we are reaching out to them to see how efficiently they do that without anybody going out of business. So that engagement is being had.
So what's the relation between you, GRA, the charging entities, and then the operators?
We normally, by the model of the law, our expectation is that we will not come so much in between the ecosystem and allow the ecosystem to operate as a business entity. So we will be offering our technical advice and any help especially to the charging entities, then it follows up to the Mobile Money Association and their agent. That is the kind of relationship we are having, without interfering so much in the ecosystem.
How will the common platform that will come on stream, hopefully July 1, how will that affect the operators?
We don't expect them to be affected in any way, especially when they are enjoying an exemption under the law. Once their members do the obligation that the law asks, they should have an agency agreement with their charging entities, and those agency agreement by the Commissioner General should be written in nature, and also those agreements should satisfy the Stamp Duty Act of the country. That means that they should have registered and stamped the agreement with the Lands Commission and the stamp duty payable paid. That is the part we are offering them assistance, so that the large numbers that they have could seamlessly comply with this provision in the E-Levy Act without anybody losing business. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk some numbers now, because I'm looking at today's PFT, and this was data for April, that telcos lost 300,000 mobile money subscribers, 4,000 agents disappeared, the volume went down by 10 million, value of transaction declined by 2.8 billion. These are Bank of Ghana figures. And the governor was saying that it was too early to ascertain the real impact of the e-levy on the economy. It's too early to say anything about the issue. The statistics are really just for a few weeks, I believe he says. So, but some people are curious. This is a direct question. How much money has been earned so far?
I thought you were going to ask my opinion about the piece.
Yeah, okay.
Of straight away.
Yeah.
You are more interested in the money than.
Yeah, we want to know what the money is. Today is Momo Day, man. So you can tell us how much money was earned, and you can talk about the opinion as well. What do you think about that? Bank of Ghana says, hey, it's too early. And this was April figures.
It's really too early. Yeah. It's like this statement that says that the fear of death is more fearful than death itself.
Okay.
So this happened in April, before the e-levy even kickstart.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe it was the fear of death that happened. Now that death has come, I believe people will get back
because there will be new life, right?
So there will be new life. Yes.
What do you expect to happen in May?
In May?
Yes.
I expect the figure to restore back to its original position or move higher than the April figures. Now that the clarifications have come that the ecosystem of the transfers within the Momo agent is not being affected in any way. Whether you put money on, which is cash in, or you withdraw money out, which is cash out, you are not being taxed. So I believe that will give confidence to customers to patronize the service. And also the agent themselves have realized that their own transfers are not being affected. They also have confidence to be within that
we have the representative on the line right now. Evans, do you think that May's figures will be good?
It will be too early for me to actually confirm whether it will be good. Things are not all that, coping well, but then we don't expect it to be extremely bad. No, that looking at the interactions and then the confidence level that our customers are exhibiting gradually, the information is really getting down well with them, and so their confidence in continuous usage of the platform will increase. So we're expecting that, yes, nothing much should happen in April, but then we don't expect it to be below that of April.
The confidence you had when you went to the Jubilee House and you presented the citation to the president, do you still have that confidence that things will be okay?
Most certainly. Like I said, every new thing comes with some form of challenges. And so with time, people realize that this is the new reality. And so they begin to be comfortable with it. So we are very positive that with time, our businesses will actually bounce back. So that's the kind of we are all trying to leverage on.
Okay. We'll take a couple of quick messages and then we'll continue with the conversation. We're looking at 1 month into the implementation of the e-levy, accounting for the revenue raked in. Valerie, just a couple of quick messages.
Thank you. A couple of messages. This is from King Kaka. He says, we are suffering. The e-levy is wahala to Ghanaians, from King Kaka. And he's sending us that message from Takwa. Marina says that The GRA should peg the e-levy tax at a threshold like the telcos do. The taxes are too high and irrational. How can you pay tax on your salary, and when you transfer that same salary to your Momo account, you are still taxed? 3 question marks. One salary, plenty taxes. Ade. It's not as if the salary has been increased in pool. Marina from Cape Coast Caf. What does it mean? Why? Well, and then Emmanuel Mensah, he says, Kafui, educate me. If I give 300 Ghana to a Momo operator to pay into the wallet of a third party, will it attract the e-levy? If not, won't this be a way of avoiding the e-levy?
Is that allowed?
I would say it is not a permissible transfer, but it is possible
that
on the
happen.
platform
Okay.
for it to happen.
All right.
Righties, and so Emmanuel Mensah, you got your answer. Okay, this has, yes, it has. Kafui, Evans Otunfo is General Secretary for MAAG, not all mobile money association in Ghana. We have ABAG, the oldest and biggest, and MOMAG.
MOMAG and NOMAG.
Right.
Okay, but we're here with MAG. So mobile money operators, MOG, MOA. Evans, what is the short name of what's the short form of your association?
It's MAG.
MAG.
Yeah, MAG.
Which stands for Mobile Money Association of Ghana.
Mobile Money Agents Association of Ghana.
MAG. Mobile Money Agents Association of Ghana. MAG. MMA. All right. Okay, good. Thank you.
Righties. And good morning, GTV Breakfast Show. Outside at a conversation I listened to around the e-levy, the people involved said to avoid payment of e-levy on transfers, they put money on their wallets. They then call the BUB beneficiaries to go to agreed agents. They then do cash out, say from Kumasi to Ho, and then send their codes or e-copies of the senders of their IDs to the will-be recipients to receive the cash. That's from Kwabna and Kumasi.
Do you hear all these tortuous arrangements? You've got all this feedback?
Yes.
Yeah. People are avoiding the tax?
Yes.
Okay. How does that make you feel?
It means my collection is going to go down.
Come down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Evans, your people are doing this.
Well, should say that what is flying around, it is not something new. It's been there before e-levy came into full force. Currently, as we speak, we have 30 million Ghanaians, and less than 20 million are actively using mobile money. Some don't even have mobile money accounts at all. And so, for these people, how do they transact their mobile money activities? Certainly, they are going to explore other opportunities available to them, and that is exactly what is happening. And so, for us to, actually blame everything on the presence of e-levy, I think it would be mature for us to do that. And for now, I have not come across any law that is binding or compulsory that every Ghanaian must own a mobile money account. So
okay.
It is something that we must all sit together to find how we can fine-tune, whatever challenge that is popping up regarding the implementation of the e-levy.
All right, Val, just drop us one last one.
Right, this is from Tricia. Good morning. Says Val, you look beautiful. Thank you. The e-levy is not that bad. I was apprehensive before, but not now. It's cool, cry, and that's from Tricia.
All right.
Ardent viewers. Okay, Gaff, I'll leave you too.
Thank you very much. She was apprehensive now, but not now. It's cool, cry. The fear of death. Versus death, eh?
Versus death, good.
Evans, stay on the line, don't go anywhere. Quick questions to Isaac, and I'll come back to you. How much money has GRA made so far?
That would also be too quick. Just like the governor said, the statistics is too quick to analyze. I think that would also be too quick.
Okay.
Today is just hours away from yesterday,
okay,
which was the last day.
Right.
We'll have a unit that is in charge of crunching the numbers, and even the law make it not to be public, but to be sent to the Minister of Finance.
Okay, so I have to ask the Minister of Finance, or do an RTI request or something?
I believe so, but if you look at the timelines the law has given, I don't think we've elapsed it. The law said a quarter,
okay.
All right.
So
and
we'll
then a month after the implementation,
okay,
we should furnish the Finance Minister,
okay,
and then the Finance Minister also has an obligation to Parliament. So I believe once he presents it in Parliament, the whole public will get to know the figures. Yeah.
Okay, a couple of quick questions, and I'll come back to Evans. What happened to those who are supposed to fuse the charges of the levy into their system but have not been able to do so? And then.
So we've started engagement with the charging entities to be fusing their systems to the common platform before the 1st of July. So we are already in the stage where they are testing internally to see if their systems are compatible with the common platform, and if they get any feedback, they send to our technical people, and then we get it resolved.
What challenges are you anticipating with this common platform?
From where I sit, I'm not expecting any challenges, except you are the mercy of the charging entity. That means that if the charging entity hasn't done enough investment to put their house in order, then they will not be able to connect to the common platform. But for the common platform being built and being robust, we can assure the charging entity that it is.
This happened a lot during the first couple of days where you had wrongful transactions. Is that still happening now?
No, it's not happening.
But if it should happen, how can it be reversed? If I realize that, hey, you charge me too much, what do I do?
So we gave guidelines to the charging entities for people affected. There's one particular one which will happen until the common platform takes over. That is where you are transferring funds from an account you own with one charging entity to an account you own at another charging entity. Because your charging entity do not have visibility at the other charging entity's platform, he wouldn't know that the account belongs to you. So the transfer would first happen, you'll be charged the e-levy, then you need to complain to your charging entity that the account at the other end is mine, and provide documentation and your identity to that effect that it is yours.
Awesome.
Within an agreed period, they are supposed to refund your money back to you.
Okay, let me go back to Evans. Evans, you're there, right?
Yes.
Yes, with the Mobile Money
Agents
Association of Ghana. Okay, so as we speak now, with your customers, what is the greatest challenge that they have, or the biggest complaint that they give you, and how are you addressing these challenges?
I mean, there's a challenge that as an association we don't have the locals to do anything about it, and that is the current rate. That is a 1.5.
1.5%, okay.
Yes, the 1.5 is one of the major concerns or headache to them now.
In the conversations leading up to the passage of the bill, were you part of the stakeholders who were consulted? Did you put in any memoranda to state the case?
I mean, that has not been the case. I mean, right from the minister conceiving this idea up to, I think, about 70% of the conversation regarding the whole e-levy. I mean, our inputs were not even sought. We have not had any engagement with them until after the implementation. I think.
Did you make an effort? Did you make an effort to insert your organization into the conversation?
Yes, we've done several. Audience seeking, and they all fell on a deaf ear. I think last year when we asked that we'll be going on a demonstration, then the Minister of Communication invited us, and I mean, she also tried to allay whatever fear or concerns that we have. But
what would have been your ideal percentage? What would you have? I mean, it's over now, but what would you have wanted?
Before I give a specific figure, it wasn't long when this mobile money interoperability came into being. It started at 1.5. Then after some months, it was reviewed downward to 1%. A question that remains unanswered is why will government, try to reduce it from 1.5 to 1% on the interoperability price? It is because people are not actually, patronizing it as compared to the other entities that are charging the 1%. And then again, data from other countries has also revealed that, any attempt to introduce a taxation on the mobile money, it has, caused so much harm. And so from our side, once this is the first time we want to try something, we need to begin it very low. So we were proposing a 0.5% as the start point for this whole e-levy. But government, in its wisdom, thought it wise that maybe 5% that would be best for us to begin it with. But then we are very positive that there are other remedial, options or steps available. Should we realize that the 1.5% is actually something that is serving as a bane on the industry, government is ready to trigger those remedial actions to, mitigate whatever effect that will be happening.
Okay, a quick one before I let you go. So, for example, and thanks for giving us your view on that. So, if a customer does a wrongful transaction and wants to have it reversed, but the e-levy has been charged on it, how is that reversal done from your side?
From our side, we don't do reversal. We only give, or we only perform advisory rule.
Okay.
And so, if there is such a problem encountered, we just have to take you through the procedures. You have to report it to service provider, provide the needed details or information about the particular transaction that you have done. And I mean, the reversal will be done. But then, as to whether the reversal will include, the e-levy that has been applied or charged for that one, I doubt it, because I'm sure the system might have recognized that particular activity as a transaction. And so if they have to reverse it, then it will be, minus the e-levy that has been charged.
Okay. Before I let you go, last question. Are people still putting money on their wallets?
Yes, they are putting money on their wallets. Like I said, initially people were, in a haste to, empty their wallet, but things are really calming down. And so the usual trend within the business is the cash out, especially the challenge that we had with the cash in that brought so much pressure on us. For now, things are actually picking up. And so just to confirm that, we are very positive and hopeful that with time, Ghanaians will really see or resonate with the new reality that we are all having to deal with.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say as we close this conversation? Anything you want to put out to the public?
Yes. So what I would say is to government that we have still not been able to achieve the needed communication or understanding on the e-levy yet. Probably much of the understanding will be in the urban areas, but what happens to our rural areas? So there's a need that we actually engage in and enhance, local education so that it will help the confidence of the consumer back. Because we can't continue to be answering a question like, I want to cash out, how much e-levy am I going to pay? I want to deposit, how much e-levy? I want to buy airtime, data, how much e-levy am I going to pay? So all these things, suggest that we really have to focus on education, probably for the next, 3 months. We need to really get down to the people to drive home education. And then to also advise, the agents out there that now the industry is having so much pressure on it. We understand and we appreciate the challenges as agents, but then looking at the pressure on the industry, we need to also try as much as possible to eschew any activity that will further put pressure on the industry. That is, charging of unapproved fees. We are aware that, agents, you have no hand in charging of e-levy and other stuff. And so when someone comes to you for whatsoever, support or assistance, just ensure that you operate within the confines of the law and don't try to, effect any e-levy calculation or whatsoever activity that, you want to do to the consumer. So that is all that I can add now. And then government should also facilitate, processes to ensure that, they make the needed funding available for our operation. Because if the agents are well resolved, we are very certain that our services will always be available for consumers to also continue to access for the subsequent, deduction of the e-levy.
Right. So with all these challenges, are you surprised that the negative reaction to your endorsement of everything? Oh, everything was okay with e-levy you're looking for, and then when you went to Jubilee House and gave the presentation to the president and were full of flowery words, are you surprised with the reaction? Because you seem to have a lot of problems, and people were kind of surprised about people who wanted to go on a demonstration not too long ago. All of a sudden, everything had turned. Are you surprised by the level of reaction to your action?
We are not surprised because of the kind of headline that the media has given, that, you know, the mobile money agents and for that matter, the association has taken a U-turn from our initial position. That is not the case. It must be noted that before we go to the Jubilee House, the e-levy has already been passed into law. It's been implemented, and as an association, we absolutely don't have any authority to do anything to subvert or change the law. It is Parliament that has the authority to change the law.
Right.
And so, at the presidency, the specific what we're talking about is because of the feedback and interactions that we have gotten from our consumers, only suggests that understanding of the levy has been extremely low. Government communication has been extremely low.
Okay.
And so, in the best interest of our business, I mean, in as much as we are not in support of the levy at such a rate, it will only serve us right. We have to drive home the needed communication or understanding to our consumers, so that persons who have made up their mind not to, I mean, continue to use the mobile money services again because they are having misinformation or they are not having the right information.
Right.
We will have to provide the right information so that those people can change their mind and thereby restoring their confidence to get back to the usage of the mobile money. So our support was a specific support, and that is for purposes of education, which we believe it is going to serve the interest and save our businesses.
We thank you for clarification.
And not
we thank everything is quite clear. I mean, it was for a specific reason and you've outlined it quite clearly. Thank you so much, Evans Otumfuo, General Secretary of the Mobile Money Agents Association of Ghana, MAG. Last word for you, Isaac, before you go. And this is so this off-net and on-net transfers. We've been hearing that it's quite arcane and
it's a terminology within the telco industry. Off-net means off the network, not within the network of the telco. On-network is within the same network. So if you are making transfer between MTN to MTN, it's classified as on-network transaction. If you are moving from MTN to another telco, it is off-network from MTN to Vodafone.
Excellent.
Those are the terminologies.
Briefly, your final words in 30 seconds.
My final word in 30 seconds, I wanted to clarify something Otumfuo said about the reversals. The reversals include the e-levy. So if you were wrongfully deducted, you make the appeal to your charging agent entity. If the reversal is successful, they will give you back the e-levy that was wrongfully charged.
Awesome. We wish you the very best. Hopefully we can have this conversation again in the coming weeks. Isaac Kobna-Mamoako is the head of project management unit at the Ghana Revenue Authority. We've been looking at 1 month of the implementation of the e-levy, accounting for the revenue rating. Thank you very much, Isaac. Regards to everybody at GRA.
Thank you too.
Okay, so quick one before I leave and make way for Valerie. There's a police statement on an intended armed demonstration in Accra. So the Accra Regional Police Command on Sunday, May 29, 2022, received a notice of intention to embark on a demonstration from a group of persons, including Oketeche Afrifa Mensah, Captain Godsbrain Smart, Benjamin Darko, and Oliver Baka Vomawo. Among other things, the notice indicated the following: that the demonstrators intended to embark on a 3-day demonstration starting 4th June 2022, that the demonstrators a private security company to provide protection for the demonstrators, that the demonstrators and the contracted private security personnel will be armed with weapons, that the armed demonstrators will picket at the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation and the Ghana Police Headquarters, that at the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation they will demand to speak directly to the nation on GTV and lay out their grievances. We would like to assure the public that the police service is ready and willing to provide the necessary protection for any lawful demonstration in the country. However, in this case, the services with a view that the nature and character of the demonstration as intended is inconsistent with the Public Order Act. And I want to continue with this particular message to say that, So I continue. So we therefore are unable to provide security for a demonstration which is in flagrant violation of the Public Order Act 1994 Act 49, 1994 Act 49, and has the potential to result in a breach of public order and public safety. The service has reconsider their proposal and work with the police towards the organization of a lawful, peaceful, and successful demonstration. We wish to assure the public that in the interest of public safety and security, the police are putting in place all necessary measures to ensure that the unauthorized persons do not march in the streets with weapons. Signed, Chief Inspector Bright Kobana Danso, Regional Public Affairs Unit, So thank you. That's a message that we thought would let you know about this morning, bringing us to the end of this particular segment. And for example, it's today that we're going to be playing Ghana-Madagascar. So yeah, it's happening today. It's live on GTV and Sports Plus at Cape Coast Stadium. Time 6 p.m. for the discussion, 7 p.m. for the kick-off. KO also stands for Kwesi, and he should be here pretty soon. It's on GTV Sports Plus, all right? HD, yes, high definition. We're not joking here, man. Obonu as well, and it's on GTV Sports Plus. It's on Garden City TV. It's on all our TV stations. So wherever you go in this GTV, you will get the match, okay? So Ghana-Madagascar, watch out for that. We'll say Black Stars. If we win, I may just wear my jersey. Who knows? Tomorrow is Thursday. Who knows? All right. Kwesi Oting is in the house with some nice vibe on the Momo tip. And he's going to be sitting down with Valerie. You stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Everybody put your one hand up.
Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show.
Hi again. Good morning again. Welcome to the Yellow Couch. And so today happens to be some sort of Momo Day. Kafui has just had a conversation on Momo 1 month after the Momo implementation and e-levy, and we're looking at how far. And so that's a conversation we're talking about. It has nothing to do with e-levy. Even though this person says that he agrees with e-levy implementations, and his song is Momo. His name is Kwesi Oting. Kwesi Oting is super, guys. He's super, and he's on the Yellow Couch. His new song is out and out there. Momo. Kwesi Oting. welcome. Guys, I wish you could see what Crazy Things wearing on his feet. Drip, 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 beginning to end. Hey, hey.
You have drip though. I'm trying to catch up.
Telling your drip, yeah. This one is called what? What is this one called? Funky Urban.
Oh, just something to make me move. I've been moving. We came from an interview somewhere else.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of running, trying to make the time.
It's all right. We like the flight.
Be late,
We like the flight. It's okay. It's okay.
It allows me to run and move.
We love it. What are your views when it comes to? I know you are very vocal when it comes to societal issues that affect the community. Recently, there was a tweet. You put out a tweet when it rained and there were floods. And it says, so it floods every year in Accra and you still can't swim. It's not funny. It's on our screen. And when the floods were raging, this is what you put out there. What informed this tweet? It's not funny.
Yes, it's not funny. And I'm not asking anybody to go and swim in Odona River.
Yeah. And
from the time I became an adult, from 18 years old, and we're talking about, I'm not so small, like we're talking about years ago. I've always known that whenever it rains in Accra, there's floods. I've walked in Circle where it rained as high as this, that I was walking inside to church. No, I think it was after church or something. I was walking because at the time I would pick car at New Station and go home. I think swimming is just a beautiful art to know how to do. As I sit here, I'm not a master
swimmer.
I only know just one style to do, But I just felt like it's an opportunity for us to have a conversation about also adding to the things we know how to do, swimming. Not that, because we never know. There's the flood situation has been with us, but I'm not telling anybody that we should wait for when it floods to go and swim. I think it's a safety measure. When people go to the beach, they have to defend themselves if they know how to swim. And so it's just something that I just feel like we should know how to do so that we can save lives. Recently, there was an amazing Ghanaian producer that just went to have fun at the beach and died. I'm sure he didn't know how to swim, but perhaps maybe he knew how to swim, but anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
But it's not an insult to anybody. It's just that if we know how to swim, it saves us too. The flood situation is a situation that must be looked at seriously and removed, because it's never been away in the last 20 years, as I have known. Perhaps it's been on. But for almost 20 years, as ever it's rained till fuel stations have burned before. There's been loss of life at a high scale.
Lots of tragedy.
in a season before, and so I think that knowing how to swim is a safety measure.
Simple as ABC.
Yes.
In some schools now, prior to the culture we're brought up in some schools now, it's actually compulsory. They are teaching the children how to swim. And so
That's a very serious.
So they are in sync with you. Okay, so Kwesi, Momo, I saw it and I'm like, what was Kwesi talking about this time? And
you prepared for me, I have to sit well.
And earlier you put a tweet out, and we know that you're an advocate for E-Levy.
I'm not an advocate for E-Levy.
Okay, but you are for it.
No, I just have an opinion
on it.
Yes. I am for it. I was discussing on another station before I got here that within the time I made that statement, I had visited Dubai for a TV interview that I went to do. Then when I went, some people took me to the old part of Dubai.
Right. So
when I got there, I was like, is this place that people are saying is nice, it's nice. It's not really nice. So the evening, a friend of mine came to take me out for dinner. And when I entered the town, my eyes were filled with, I couldn't even take picture. Because where should I take picture and post it? Where? To come and swag who? I'm coming from Africa. Do you understand? I don't want to use poor country, but I'm coming from Ghana, and our infrastructure is nowhere and these people started their development within the time we've had our independence. And so it became, I mean, the visionaries of that town are still alive, do you see? So it became a burden on my heart. Then within that time now I go for a program, and then Zion Felix comes to ask me about e-levy. Do you understand? Then I know that Ghanaians, when they leave Ghana, they travel, they are not able to sustain themselves with even one job. Do you understand? And it seems as if people think that when you are not paying taxes, and then the country is good. Okay, so personally, in my opinion, I just felt like we voted for one person to come and think for us. So if the person is saying that let's do e-levy, let's not challenge him. One day he will say that he wanted to bring e-levy and you didn't allow him. That's why he wasn't able to achieve his goals. And so let's just support and get it done so that people don't have excuses anymore. And I felt like any avenue of income for a government is okay. It's not that I was paid any money to have that conversation. I wasn't. I rather, you know, got insults big time on social media. So because of that, you know, when I was releasing my song, I felt no other...
that title was appropriate.
The title, no? There was no... I didn't want to waste my time at all. I said, since they are thinking about this one, let's just continue the conversation.
That's all.
In the way of the Lord.
That's all.
So basically...
That's how
it came about, yes.
Okay. So we're going to take a break. And you find out what the fuss is about with Kwesi Oting and I and Momo. So here's a video coming up. Momo by Kwesi Oting.
Coming live. This is the Breakfast Show.
Guys, that's the lyric of video to Momo. The first part hit me. Your goodness be like ATM.
Yes. Every day at the withdraw, you know they finish. Your messages are new every morning. That's the mentality that wrote that. Mercy is like every day at the cash out, you know they finish. You know people's Momo finish, but God's Momo doesn't.
They never they finish. Every day they allow cash out.
From this day, no, every person that is liking this or your Momo will never finish. Because God's economy is replacing every other economy.
I tap into it.
Yes, God's resources, that's not for me.
Okay, and so when are we expecting? I mean, you released it 2 hours ago, and it has so far we're heading to 50 views already. Yes, 2 hours ago. What should we expect in the video? Should we expect you at a Momo agent's place with?
I think we should. We'll discuss with Mary, but we would like to take a Momo agent to a far forest, so that because MTN said everywhere you go they are there. Maybe we'll punch in it there for them. So because the Momo is like Momo, it's like.
So we have somebody who's there wearing a white figure, just
waiting for you,
cashing out, allowing cash out.
So we said it to them. I'm sure they'll give us some money.
Oh no, like for real, for real. Let's come back. What's the plan and for promoting Momo? How far are we letting it go? Any concerts lined up?
We're putting it on TikTok, and we are getting people to send us dance videos or whatever they are doing with it. We'll put it on our YouTube, our Facebook, our social media handles, on all handles. And I think we'll post maybe 3 a day, and the best likes, the highest likes, we'll send them money.
Oh, you send them Momo?
Yes, we'll send them Momo. We'll send them Momo. It's promotion. So it can be groups. If it's a group, maybe we'll do 1,000. If it's
okay, so the best video.
If it's single, the winner will send 500 cedis.
Am I allowed, any of us here? Are we allowed to?
I can't wait. Do you know when I have you dancing to a video? Now will we pay for it? Will we put it up for competition?
I think that we need to do that, because right now we are all looking for different avenues to make money. So if I have to be creative to get some cool cash,
it must go with it. It's music, and it's a new way of doing things. Without it, people look at the song. You know, we have to get people dancing to it.
Because you know that I think that you have to actually do your own dance.
That is happening.
And then you post it for us. Then we'll follow you.
That is happening.
So have you put up a dance challenge already?
No, that we're going to do that.
When?
That video should come out within these days.
So when you finish,
before even Monday.
when you put that out, and then we'll
but because I'm not a very good dancer, and I wish, but we'll see. I'm getting somebody to teach me to do something great, but very simple, because now you just have to do like this,
and then you do something. That's the new.
You don't have to struggle. So maybe we'll find something beautiful.
Right. Chrissy, so yesterday we had Joe Metal here, we had Minister Pepra, we've had like the young crop of people sat here when it comes to gospel music industry, and we are loving it. What's brought about the change? Because first we used to compare Ghanaian gospel music to the Nigerian gospel music industry. Now it has stopped totally. You guys are doing us proud.
Yes.
What's causing this change?
I think we find ourselves now on the global stage, whether we like it or not. And so we have to rise to the occasion and make Ghana proud. When Kenyans want to feel good, they don't pick a Ghanaian artist to feel good about. If South Africa wants to feel good, they don't pick a Ghanaian artist, they pick a South African. And so artists are treasures, and like they are flowers, and I believe that, like as you discussed, people are doing amazing, and I'm happy to see what's happening. We had a time that it was not like, as we are seeing it. There was a time that there was a traditional bias, and the new crop of ideas, was not on the forefront. I'm happy that we have a situation like Ghanaians are reaching musicians, artists, gospel artists, are reaching out to foreigners. Our people are being invited by non-Ghanaian citizens, by countries that typically, why? Because our sound now is global. And it's an amazing beauty.
And a time to be a gospel musician. Right. And you sing in the church. Your team is made up of instrumentalists. So I'm going to use this opportunity to ask every gospel artist that comes on our couch. And there's a conversation that was raging on, and it's still raging on, about whether instrumentalists who play in the church should be paid or not. We've had some interesting views. Almost everybody says yes. What are your views?
Oh, I think it depends on the church. The church. Not every church believes that musicians should be paid. And so, I don't want to create problems for anybody. The musicians are individuals that have that thing. And so, wherever they feel they are, and if it's a place that they must demand for...
Are they not rendering like services to the church?
They are rendering, but I'm not against it. And I am also not against any church that doesn't, because sometimes you could have people who are also faithful, and I was involved in church planting recently, and I had people that would come and they want to be paid to play, and our offering was not even 70 cedis. Do you understand? Then I look at myself that has invested almost 25 years of quality frontline service in my church, and I collected nothing within those
the years that
those years. Then I also asked that where is also the mind that wants to build the kingdom of God? Okay, so it's two. Okay, if the church is in the position to do that, they must do that. They must do that, or else what's happening? Do you understand? But when it's in its beginning stage and that is your condition for play, it's also another conversation. When the church is also those starting and they also have the capacity to do that, I support that. Because if I had the capacity to do that at the time, I may have done it, because then there's a new wave of people that think that, before they touch anything for God in the,
Definitely.
But as much as I don't care what happens, I've never been paid to sing in church. If somebody invites me to come and sing anywhere, I come with about 20 or 25 people, you understand, or let's say 16 people. I can't go and bless them that we've kept minister. God bless everybody for going home. And now people are charging huge amounts of money to work. And so, when people are not ready to make payments for inviting people, they shouldn't think about it.
That's all simple.
Yeah.
That's that. Okay, so when you're not singing, are you an entrepreneur? Are you a creative director? Do you write music lyrics for other people?
I do all that. I produce for companies. Currently producing some diabetes for Meg Foundation. It's an international brand of a foundation that help, Africa in so many ways. I'm doing a diabetes song for them, and it's being sung in other languages. I do that. I'm into other things, yes.
When was the last time you wrote a song?
This morning.
What was the title of the song?
I don't have a title for
it. Is it your personal song you're writing for someone?
For myself, and I've written songs for. I've sent them songs. I'm waiting for their responses. Yeah, but whenever they are ready, me and they.
Okay, and then your sense of fashion just keeps blowing your fans away. You keep
then they should get ready, because they are very unconventional.
Yeah, we can tell. And so your fashion style is unconventional.
Very unconventional.
Right. Is there somebody who styles you in particular, or you put your styles together yourself?
Oh, I try. I don't think I'm there yet. I'm praying when God I became a millionaire, then I can really kill it as I want to.
You kill it.
I'm rising to
right.
become that.
Right. And so you're wrapping up, Kwesi.
Yeah.
Final words.
Final words. Momo is out today.
Officially
I'm happy to release this song, and it's the beginning of many other music that is coming. And I can't wait to do the song live, and I'm looking forward for it to become a favorite of people. I want to see it at weddings. I want to see it everywhere. People jamming it in their cars. Just the intention there's something called the law of intention. It's the purpose for writing the song. The purpose for writing the song is that God is our provider. And then as people listen to it and they are blessed by it, God becomes the provision of everything that they desire in their lives. And dreams are going to be fulfilled and blessings are going to flow.
Thank you, Kwesi, for coming. Guys, we've been spending time with the man of the moment, the Momo man, Kwesi Oting. He released the song today. It's a lyrical video, okay? It's out there on YouTube. Go out on all the social media platforms and share. Like the music, because he said, like, God's goodness, it'd be like ATM forever. Always cash out. Guys, this has been our show. Thank you for staying with us. A repeat again of the show is on at GTV 11 p.m. today, so you can catch the whole show and all the parts that you missed. And remember to follow us online using the hashtag TTV Breakfast. Have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye. Super.
Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show.